What is happening, all you good, groovy, happening people out there? Polymac Creative Tony getting ready to launch our high noon Polymac Particle installment. Get this week going. And this is actually, just say this right out of the gate, this will actually be our last, I guess, kind of proper week of doing proper shows, if you will, because Tony is going to start taking some time next week. I'll be chasing him after that, but I'll be on the air doing a couple of shows next week. We'll talk about the schedule later in this week, but just to let you know, and looking ahead to immediately tomorrow, I'm going to be out tomorrow. I have a family thing I got to attend to tomorrow, so I'm not going to be putting in a show tomorrow. I think we're going to post a best of, which is not something we've done before, but we'll figure something out. We'll post a show in our absence. We'll be back ready to rock and roll at full strength Wednesday for the night flight, but just some immediate housekeeping. Out tomorrow, back on Wednesday, and then regular shows for the rest of the week. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I just want to say this off the top today. I can't kind of BS you guys, and nor would I ever come on and try to do that. So I got to be honest. I am definitely affected by the news. I mean, there are so many horrific news stories this weekend. It's hard to even digest all of them. So rather than pretend like it's not happening, of course I've seen the news. Of course it's terribly upsetting and heartbreaking. And we will address some of that stuff later in the show, but I want to take care of our normal kind of course of action first. Give you guys some entertainment, give you guys some sports talk, give you guys some Niner coverage. We're going to do all that. But I will talk about Rob Reiner as well. And I know Tony wants to say a few things as well. So we'll take time to do that. We'll just get to that a little bit later on in the show. Tony, that's how I'm feeling, man. It's like I can't come on and BS you guys and be like, hey, all right, yeah, hey, coming at you. All right. It's just not one of those days. It's a day of sadness, frankly. I mean, it's just such a horrible story with Rob Reiner. And then, of course, my heart goes out to the news. It just got to me this weekend. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. What happened in Australia with the people gathering for that Hanukkah celebration? What happened at Brown University? It's just, again, it's so unspeakable. I don't know how to digest it sometimes, and that's kind of where I'm at today. So I'm just being real with y'all, and I would assume some of you are kind of wrestling with this stuff yourself, and I can see the reaction on the comments. Yeah, Noemi, absolutely. Very, very sad day. But we'll get to that. We'll honor Rob Reiner. I just wanted to let everybody know that, of course, I'm aware of what's going on, and we will talk about that. Creative Tony, cheer me up, brother. How are you? Make me laugh, Tony. Say something funny. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, no, I just want to give some love to our man, Carlos De La Fuente. If you want an example of why we love Carlos and why we love having him as a partner and a friend, he texted after the news about Reiner going down. He said, quote, "This world can be so damn cruel, and what an absolute escape from reality we have with PMP, where a group genuinely cares for each other with no drama. Thank you." And I just wanted to tip my cap to Los for that text, because that uplifted me right after the news went down about Reiner. And yeah, man, horrific, horrible news. And yeah, it's just a rough weekend.
No, it's Christmas time too. It's the holidays, or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I mean, it's the holiday season, if you know what I mean. And a lot of Hanukkah celebrations just starting, and then wham, you get slammed with all this stuff, Tony. It's hard to take sometimes.
Yeah. That's why I love that we do this show, and that's why I love the Niner game yesterday, and I'm looking forward to a Dolphins Steelers Monday night matchup.
I think it's going to be a snowy affair too. There's a lot of snow, and I love snow games in the NFL. Yeah. I miss the old days, Tony. I got to be honest. When they didn't, now they have all of these defrosting pipes under the field. So most of the NFL stadiums now are equipped with that, so they can kind of thaw the field out and melt the snow on the field. I miss the days where you had no idea where they were on the field. Is he on the 30, the 45? I have no idea. I can't see the field. I kind of miss that, but I got to be honest, Tony, I still love me some snow games in the NFL or college.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And it's a brutal matchup, but I'm looking forward to the escape of just watching some football, and kind of just getting involved in Mike McDaniel's. What is McDaniel's going to have, a snow jacket with a furry hood, that he's going to be all decked out in some sort of
I wish you would. You come in one of those Eskimo jackets, bro. You're on my good side immediately with with the furry hood. And by the way, when you're talking about Tony's favorite coat, will he wear the short pants? That's my question. Will he be rocking the ankle socks in the snow? You know what I mean?
No chance in hell.
And Creative Tony, never forget, the name's McDaniels, not McDonald's. Go ahead.
The rhymes are Daryl's and the burgers are Ronald's. But stand by, Paulie. First of all, on behalf of Monday Night Football, There you go. Steelers ball. Wait, what did that just say? Hold on a second. I just got it. Hold on a second. Sorry. I just got to. Oh, okay. Sorry. Jeez. I got a blast on my phone. Sorry. It said all I could see was saying head coach Sean McVay was rushed to the hospital. And then I clicked on the full post and it said immediately after the game after his wife Veronica for giving birth to their second child. So,
McVay just had another kid?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's all we need. Now we got another one. Congratulations to the happy couple. That's great. And by the way, they didn't do me any favors yesterday. The Lions fell short, dude. I should address that, I guess, while you mentioned the Rams. So I took the Lions in that game, and it was a shootout, kind of what we talked about, the high over-under. I came up short, Tony. So just to check that box, I recorded a 1-1 record. I got the Bears game. I missed on the Lions, and I believe you also had a 1-1, right?
Yeah, the freaking Cowboys, dude. They're not my duds. We're gonna do studs and duds later in the show. I thought about having like the Cowboys be my duds because, dude, come on, man. At home,
I know,
playoff berth on the line, and you're gonna lose to the Minnesota Vikings at home, and not only lose but lose handily. Sorry, Rags, man. Did we do a wellness check on Rags today? Have we checked in on
Rags? I actually did. I talked to Rags today. I think he's like familiar with this terrain at this point. I think this is like kind of what he probably expected. I'm just guessing, Rags. I'm guessing. I know you're a fatalist. You probably figured that something like this would happen. But I feel you, Tony. I like that pick when you took him too. Dallas, by all accounts, should have handled their business on their own field. They couldn't do it. Here's Rags right now. My defense sucks ass. Balls and taints. Okay, well, that's a lot of sucking, Rags, and I can't dispute that based on what I saw last night. Dude, you had McCarthy out here having his way. Dude, that bootleg play on the goal line, like, the Cowboy defense was so faked out on that play. He literally danced his way into the end zone, that kid. He's breaking off some steps, dancing in. I'm like, not a good look for a Dallas defense. But anyway, Rags, my heart goes out. I know you're suffering.
Yeah, no touchdowns for Dak either. Like, it's just a weird game. And I was like, come on, man. So that ticked me off. But so I went 1-1 because of Eddie Pinheiro nailing that field goal to lock in the spread.
And
cover
Tony,
the spread, Paulie, to cover it, though.
That got a little too close for comfort, that freaking Tennessee game.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second, dude. The Niners shouldn't be giving up 24 points.
No, hell to the no. Hell to the no, Tony.
First of all, though.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
If you want to uplift your spirits, just go to this.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
I
needed that. I actually needed that today. I need a few more of those. I'll take that all day long for any reason.
Well, you know what? Just to uplift us too, Paulie, we haven't played this in a while, but stand freaking by.
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah.
Oh, dude. All day, dude. All
day, Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Dirk Diggler, Boogie Nights. But also, we have some supers I just wanted to get to real quick. Patty from Napa, out of the gates. She says, assignment for the PMP homework assignment or in-class assignment. We are at 1.75, 1,750 subscribers. Yes, we are, Patty. Thank you. Let's get to 2,000 by New Year's Eve. So she says, tell your friends and family to subscribe and like and watch, of course. But yes, Patty, let's tap into that algorithm, everybody. When you go to YouTube at Polymax Particles, please click the like button. Please subscribe while you're there. Spread the word, pass it on. We have to just play the game, as they say. As my dad says, you know, Tony, you got to learn. When he talked about like dealing with my mom, he would be like, Tony, you got to learn to play the game with your mom. You got to learn how to play the game.
What is the game? Somebody explain that to me too. Maybe your dad can explain to me how to play the game too, because I could use some coaching. We talked about the clutter, obviously. You know.
Wait, hold on. You talked about clutter, Paulie?
I did. Yeah.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
Thank you, Jerry. It makes so much sense when Garcia says it. You know, why can't we all just do that, man? A simple life, Tony, a good life. We'd like to live an uncluttered life, if I may.
Uncluttered life. So, yeah, if we can get to 2,000, that'd be a great way to end the year. So, yes, spread the word. Spread the word.
Thank you. And thanks, Tony. And also thank you, Patty, for this and for everything you've done this year. You've been, well, you're Miss PMP for a reason, okay? But thank you for everything. We love you, Patty. And also,
we need a picture of Patty in the sash. We don't have one. We need a picture. like Patty.
Tommy, you know what's funny? I don't think I have one either because I got a bunch of pictures. Yeah, I got a bunch of shots from the party, but I don't think I have one.
I think
Maybe
I have a picture of Dom in the sash. I don't have a picture of Patty in it because Dom was like modeling it for us. He was like showing Paulie and I what it looks like, and then I'm like, okay, that would look great on Patty. We don't have any pictures of her. So
hey, listen, kid, I'm gonna drive you right back to the soundboard right now. I'm gonna ask you to fire off a crater face. The rules are there ain't no rules. Give me one.
Okay, stand by.
Watch this.
Rules are there ain't no rules.
Take it from the mouth of Craterface right now over at Thunder Road, right before he had to race Travolta and Tony in the spikes. Road. Yeah, Thunder. I'm seeing two of you, man. Here's what I was going to say. There's no rule that says Miss PMP has to be a woman. We're going to go unisex up in this piece. They could be NorCal Refrigeration next year. He might win Miss PMP. And in that case, I'd make it a Mr. PMP. Yep. And speaking of NorCal, he did respond favorably to your Dirk Diggler drop, too. He liked that a lot.
Oh, nice.
And,
nice.
Yeah, and NorCal, me and Tony and I have been students of Dirk Diggler for literally a couple decades now. And I always think about the end of the movie when he's finally got himself cleaned up. He's got the Don Johnson jacket on. This is like the last scene in the movie. Diggler gets up, looks at himself in the mirror, takes out his piece, lets it just flop right out. And then he goes, "You're a star. You're a big, bright, burning star," or whatever, something like that. He tucks it back in and leaves the room. I'd say, anyway, I just was laughing when I saw your post there, NorCal Refrigeration, because it made me think about
you didn't like roll it up like a belt, like how you roll a belt when you pack a belt, you know?
Well, again, it was the prowess of Dirk Diggler that helped skyrocket him to fame. And if you haven't seen Boogie Nights, do yourself a favor. Paul Thomas Anderson, one of his great movies. Thank you, Patty. Tony, handle some other business, and I want to talk some Niners real quick.
Yes. We got some more business to handle, and also, we can talk about the Shank and Soccer Bowl pinata kind of being foreshadowing the future. You know, basically just being. I don't know. It was very bizarre, the particles all over the NFL yesterday. But here we go, Paulie. Lily Merchant is a super. Wow, Lily, thank you. And she says, a request for White Wedding, White Christmas song for the first PMP song parody.
Nice day for a white Christmas. You know what I'm going to do, Lily? I'll tell you what I'm going to do because I love you so much. I swear to God, I'm going to record that and I'm going to have it on the air for Wednesday night. How do you like that? You ask, you effing receive. Coming up, Lily, I will record a White Christmas sung to White Wedding parody, and I'm going to do that and I'll have it ready to play on Wednesday. Lily, you got it. Coming up Wednesday. Stay tuned.
I want to look up the lyrics of "Hey Little Sister."
I love White Wedding, dude. I back Idol. I love White Wedding. I love Eyes Without a Face. I love a lot of his stuff. So coming up, it's coming.
Like instead of "Hey Little Sister," "Hey Little Santa" or something.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Hey Little Sister, shotgun. It's a nice day for Lily. Thank you so much for the super. Patty, thank you for the super. And yes, again, at Polymax Particles on YouTube. Paulie, we can talk about Niners Titans, but I also just do want to say that it is we rip on Mahomes, we riff on Mahomes, we poke fun at Mahomes, we poke fun at the Chiefs, and love that they're not in the playoffs and love, but it does stink that he had a major injury, and I watched the replay of the injury, and then I watched this YouTube video of this doctor breaking down the injury, and he had a still shot of Mahomes' leg, like when it was hyperextending, and it's like curved. It's really effed up. So, well,
let me do this, Tony, because you used to do this to me a lot in the early days of PMP. Stand by and watch this. Tony, that will be addressed once we get to the studs and duds. I'll give you my full Chiefs kind of review, but I don't want to do that yet. Because remember when I used to always say stuff, I'd be like, "Hey, Tony, what about when Mahomes did blah, 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 blah?" And you'd be like, wait a minute now. That's coming up in this segment, or that's coming up in Tony's Top 3. That's kind of where I'm at with that. I will address the Chiefs for sure, but stand by for studs and duds when we'll get into it then. Tony, please continue.
Did you say, wait a minute? Because that makes me sing it. It makes me think of Q-Tip on the Beastie Boys Ill Communication album when he says, "Wait a minute, phone is ringing. Oh my God, get it together. See what's happening." Ma Bell's got with it. So anyways, it made me think of Q-Tip on Ill Communication. Shout out Beastie Boys.
Just because I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Okay, what about if I were to...
Wait a minute. You know what I'm talking about. It's on Get It Together.
I do. What if I go back to License to Ill and I just drop a hold it now, hit it, What if I
And
give
then
you
whistle. There's like a ref whistle, dude. There's a full-on
100%.
ref whistle. going on,
100%? Dude,
You know?
there's definitely a ref whistle. And I'll go so far as to say, I think there's like a timbali drum track going on underneath that too. It's like
Yes.
timbali's being played. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. And a
Yeah.
ref whistle. Great call. Anyway,
a ref
the
whistle,
Chiefs, I second what you said, Tony. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, even Patrick Mahomes. That's not how I approach the game. I always feel like you want everybody to be healthy. You want to beat teams at full strength. And I don't like seeing Mahomes go down with an ACL.
No.
And by the way, but again, we'll get into that studs and duds. Tony, he wasn't the other one. How about Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
2 ACLs in the same day. I'm telling you, this is why I guess I can't blame the scheduling, but I do think that 17 regular season games is one too many. There's only so much the human body can take, man, honestly. And, scheduling 17 games and then for wild card teams, you're potentially playing 3 or 4 more games. So anyway, I'm not saying it's a scheduling thing, but it was unfortunate to see 2 marquee names like Micah and Mahomes go down yesterday. Nobody likes to see that, including me.
And it's a trip too. And the Mahomes thing is that it's like his heel. It wasn't even the contact. There was no contact involved in the actual leg hyperextending. It was the opposite leg that wasn't being touched. It's really bizarre. It was a bizarre injury, man. But I don't know, man. These guys are wound pretty tight, dude. I don't know. Maybe there's more power to the Tom Brady pliability. Be a rubber band.
There's only I feel you, and I agree with that philosophy too. I'm a big believer in pliability myself. But again, here comes NorCal Refrigeration again saying so many injuries and these short weeks aren't helping. They're wrecking these players. That's a great call, man. All of these Thursday night games, Monday. I mean, again, in the old days, the only time the game would ever be played on Thursday was Thanksgiving because the body needs more time to recover. You can't expect these guys to recuperate for 3 days and then put the pads on and start hitting each other again. But that's how the NFL is now. I agree with you, NorCal. I do. I think it's these schedules. I mean, it's great for the fans, but for the guys playing the sport, I mean, it's taking them out, one by one. So.
Well, you have to remember they're human beings. They're not robots. Like I always think that's so ironic that Fox Sports for NFL has like a massive robotic football player as the image that they market the hell out of when they market football.
He's got those big platform shoes on. He's walking around, breaking through walls. Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
It looks like a transformer, It does. I don't know. I just think it's so ironic because that's what they almost expect these athletes to be like, is just these indestructible machines, and they're not. And it just, like I said, I mean, I saw Scarlett Fire's comment. She said, is it the playing surface? I said, I would argue that on turf, sure, but Arrowhead is natural grass, and so you can't say that it was that at Arrowhead. But definitely, like, you look at the injuries when the Niners played the Jets at what's it called? At
MetLife.
MetLife, thank you. MetLife Stadium. So that turf is garbage. The whole shift towards turf, by the way, dude, I don't know, man, because I just can't stand it. I just love the natural grass.
I don't like it either. I think you ask any professional football player, they'll tell you they'd prefer grass. It's 10 times out of 10,
But also like in youth sports, though, Paul, all these surfaces now are turf, and it's like,
I don't know. And those fields are hot. De La Salle has turf out there. And when the kids are practicing, doing their double sessions in August, dude, that field, it's like a frying pan, bro.
You can see the mirage of the heat. Yeah. Also, can I just say there's a complex that I've already spent way too much time. It's called Twin Creeks Sports Complex down in Sunnyvale. And I literally call it hell on earth.
I've been down there with you. That's where I drilled Lincoln Kennedy during the celebrity softball game.
Oh, right.
I drilled his ass. Yeah, not on purpose, by the way, not on purpose. But I did hit Lincoln Kennedy with a pitch at that sports facility you're talking about, Sunnyvale.
It's hell on earth, man. It's like it's 10 huge fields, turf fields and there's zero upkeep, dude. So literally, it's a patchwork playing surface where there's like different types of carpet to repair torn turf. It's just garbage, man.
Well, my favorite thing is, Tony, my favorite is when you hear like NFL owners saying, well, it's too expensive to maintain and upkeep grass. Oh, it's too expensive. These guys are literally billionaires, Holmes, literally billionaires. And like, I can't water the grass. It costs too much. Well, guess what? Also having, I believe, I totally agree with what you said, Tony. When you have a grass surface, I think you're less likely to get injured. And I would go the extra mile and spend that money on a safer field. That's just me. Now, you look at Micah Parsons' ACL yesterday, it was a non-contact injury. He was just rushing the quarterback, caught his knee in a weird spot on the field, or his foot, and his knee gave out. I mean, you just hate to see that. Guys going down.
That was natural grass too.
I know.
It's like I don't think
that was a frozen field. That was like a frozen field too. It was a really cold game they were playing in Denver. But
I can't, dude. Hold on a second. I got a super from Steve Groschel. Look at this. He says you can't eat seeds on a turf field, dude. Grosch, that's probably my biggest complaint. I'm like, where are we playing this weekend? Oh, we're on turf. Oh God, I can't eat seeds. It's so lame. Because and there literally are signs, Paulie, on all these dugouts and fields. No sunflower seeds. No, it's like that's lame. That's not baseball, man. Give me a break. But I see comments in the chat too. I see Scarlet Fire and other people saying that Twin Creeks. An article did come out. A private equity firm purchased Twin Creeks, and so they're going to put $10 million into whatever. But then when they do that, Paulie, guess what's going to happen?
What?
All of a sudden, we're going to be paying much more for, admittance into the complex. We're going to be paying for parking.
I thought you were going to say we're going to be paying more admittance into like the nearest emergency room when guys start blowing out knees and ankles.
Well, there's that too. And by the way, let's not to mention all those pebbles that fly up.
And little pieces of rubber. That can't be good for anybody, dude. I'm getting tackled into a rubber pellets. Yeah. Cut the crap. No, it's I'm so anti-turf. It's not even funny. Tony, I want to say two other things real quick, and then Niners. I want to talk about this Niner game. First of all, locally, I tell you what, it's a big day for Creative Tony. It's a big day for your Scarlet Fires, your Dr. Matt Youngs, because, dude, don't think I wasn't watching. I saw the SI Wildcats handle their effing business. Dude, they're state champs. I'm so excited for you guys. And how long has it been since an SI football team won a state championship?
Gosh, I know my brother-in-law Rob Marcoletti, he coached a basketball state championship, but I can't remember.
That's the point. Yeah, it's been a long time, right?
First state title in the 20 years that CIS has held the title games. Okay, so it's the first one. And they beat Ventura 42-35 for the Division III AA championship. So there are naysayers that say, it's Division III AA, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? A state championship is a state championship. You got to climb that ladder. You got to play the bracket. So hat tip big time to the SI Wildcats. Also to the St. Mary's of Stockton. They won their championship game. Also, our dear friend Joe, Paulie, he's a St. Mary's of Stockton graduate, so they won their state title. De La Salle lost to Carson Palmer's Santa Margarita, I think it is Santa Margarita football team in their state championship. So Carson Palmer coaching high school football with SI's former coach Lenny Vandermeid, who played with Carson at USC. So good high school football docket. Also, dude, tip of the cap to former Cal Bear Mendoza winning the Heisman, dude. So,
yeah, what a crazy Cinderella ride. Did you know on that note, congratulations to Mendoza winning the Heisman for Indiana. It's the craziest stuff of all time. Did you know, I actually watched this last night. There was a 60 Minutes profile on Indiana Hoosier football on 60 minutes. Yeah. I was like, and I found it kind of by accident. I'm like, hey, what the heck is this? It was during the night game, during the Dallas game. And then I wound up landing on that. And it was like a 15-minute expose. They talked about the coach and where he came from and James Madison and all this. It's just so crazy. And watching the Indiana Hoosiers now assume this kind of like this position as the number one school in the country. It's really wild. But anyway,
by the way, speaking of 60 Minutes, Paulie, do yourself a favor and do not go back to last week's 60 Minutes and watch the segment on character AI. Whatever you
I don't
do,
even want to.
I watched it, Paulie, and I regret watching it because now I can't get it out of my head. This is why ignorance is bliss for me, dude. I don't watch the news. I don't want to know. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this segment, and I watched it, and now I am scared bleepless for my children and anybody else's children out there, because it's just
I tell you the truth. I remember years ago, decades ago, probably 20 plus years ago, this is probably in the 90s. I remember there was a Saturday Night Live skit. I think it was like during the Will Ferrell era, which was a great era on that show. And how many of you guys remember this segment? SNL skit about like senior citizens sitting around in their home, and it was like a commercial, one of their like parody commercials. And it was two senior citizens, like an old married couple, like in their 70s or 80s, and they're sitting around and they're going, well, we're prepared for the future, but what do we do when the robots attack? And there was like this whole segment about robots attacking senior citizens and taking over their home. Guess what? That we're a freaking step away from that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The AI, robots are taking over. I got caught, by the way, in bookmarks, Tony.
Yeah.
I put in another what do you call those cars with no drivers? Waymos? Is that what they're called?
Waymos, yeah. That's where Ayuk and Kaminga, they're on their way out of the Bay Area in a Waymo.
More on that in a minute. Stand by on that. I got plenty to say. I got to tell you, I put something in bookmarks. There was another Waymo traffic jam in San Francisco because about a dozen of these stupid things came collected together in the same spot, and then none of them would move. They all went into like a lockdown protection mode. It's in bookmarks. No, you need to see this to believe it. People couldn't get out of their driveways. People couldn't get out of their driveways. The cars were blocking it. I'll tell you what, if these cars start mysteriously blowing up in the streets, you might know where to look. I'm raising my hand right now. That might be me if it comes to that. Yeah.
Two things. I got to get to Scarlet Fire's Super, which I'd be happily to get to in a second. But dude, the Waymo, like, who's to say that
the name too? Waymo. The name sucks too.
Yeah,
Waymo.
Who's to say there's a hacker that doesn't just say, I'm going to hack these cars and start driving them by myself?
So drive one right into the Pacific Ocean. You know, I'm going to reroute this one. This one's going right into the depth of 20,000 fathoms. You know,
dude, totally. And also, like, I don't know, the Waymo thing is just, it's so frightening because of that fact of like, I think that anything is hackable. I really do. And did you see, speaking of Waymo videos, I saw a Waymo that drove right in the middle of a police standoff.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was like in North Beach. Yeah.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, because there's not a human being behind the wheel. It's unbelievable.
No.
So anyways, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Scarlet Fire is a super, and she says, thank you for the super, Bonnie. She says, SI Baseball Wildcats won NorCal Division II in 2023. So there we go. Go Cats, get them Cats, go get them Cats. And yes, Grosh, I saw your comment about repping the WCAL, and Los D also giving some love because Los D went to Sacred Heart. He knows the WCAL as well. It's the West Catholic Athletic League. A lot of talent in that league, man, in all three major sports. And so for anybody to get a state championship coming out of that league, I'm stoked for, especially when it's a city school like SI, Reardon, or Sacred Heart. So
Creative Tony, thank you for that. And I love the baby picture, Scarlet Fire. You look very cute there. I want to say, Tony, speaking of great local sports news, and this is a segue into the Niner game, is I was really happy for our good friend Brent Jones over the weekend for being finally, hey, you got the memo. Brent Jones is the best tight end we've ever had. Oh, yeah, forgot about that. They finally put him in the Niner Hall of Fame. I mean, what are we, 20 years too late on this? You know what I mean? Why do we have to wait this long? He should have been in years ago, but I'm happy it happened. And you could see that Brent was genuinely touched by this. And he's probably just a tiny bit short of being like a pro football Hall of Fame candidate, but he was right there. He was right on the line, and he did everything you could have asked for. Caught passes from Montana, caught passes. I mean, think about this guy's resume. Won 2 Super Bowls with Joe Montana, chased it with a third with Steve Young. So this guy had the connection with Joe. He had the connection with Steve. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, PMP. I'm going to reach out to Brent. I'm going to give him another day. I want the dust to settle. I'm sure he's still doing a lot of press, and there's a lot going on, but I'm going to try to get Brent on the show later this week to talk about that, talk about the experience and being inducted. I saw him talking about how Jed York called him at home and how touched he was by that. So congratulations, Brent Jones. From all of us here at PNP, we're very happy for you, and we love you. And I hope to have him live on the show later this week.
Yeah, P. Also, this is Fareed, aka Robot Centaur. He and Mrs. Centaur went to the game on Sunday.
Hell yeah!
He sent this pic here, right there, of Brent being interviewed on the sideline before the game. There's Brent right there, and Fareed at the game, reporting live. It's good to have the sports desk live on site at Levi's Stadium. But there's Brent wearing the red jacket. And I think there's
Tony, do you think if we ask him to wear the red jacket during the interview, he would do that? Would he just put it on like while we're talking to him?
Most definitely. I think he would absolutely. He would do it. He'd be bashful about it, but he would definitely do it. He's a gamer, dude.
Don't forget, don't forget, okay, Tony, remember on my behalf that we got to ask him to chuck the jacket on when we talk to him. And again, congrats to Brent Jones. And while we're talking Robot Centaur, look at this. Look at these two.
Look at the centaurs. There's the centaurs right there.
I'm a fan of that kid's beard right there, man. I like his whole furry look.
Dude,
hey, Centaur, he also
oh, sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
Go ahead.
I'm a fan of Megan Centaur. I don't know her maiden name, but she's going to be Megan Centaur for the rest of her life as far as she's involved in the show. She's got the wide stripes on the sleeve of her jersey. I mean, of her jacket. You see that?
That's a great eye, Creative Tony. Great eye picking that out. And now I'm fascinated. I want to see the rest of this jacket because Tony, you're right. That's the old stripe that we need. Yeah. Dude, that's phenomenal. Oh my God. Look at this thing. I want one of those. I want one of those bad boys. That's phenomenal. Well, hey, hold on. Check it out because let me give you the horn real quick, T. Stand by. A couple of minutes back, Robot Centaur was doing his job. He logs a lot of hours at the PMP Sports Desk, and he had an update for us. He wanted us all to know the New York Jets have fired Steve Wilkes, who is somebody we know pretty intimately from his time in San Francisco. Tony, I used to call him Steve Silk Wilkes. Yeah, a good nickname for him, Silk Wilkes. But again, I would say this is not Silk Wilkes' fault. People that get hired by the Jets, you basically go to the Jets to die. You know, it's like it's like the last stop before like death. So I don't care if it's Bobby Saleh. I don't care if it's Silk Wilkes. You can't succeed with the Jets. So it's not going to happen. They're a disaster. Tony, if you had a choice, if somebody said, Tony, I'm going to give you a job as an assistant coach, you can either go to the Jets or you can go to the Raiders. They're both death sentences. They're both like in prison without parole. You're probably going to get fired or killed at the end of the season, but where would you go and why? Because it's two of the worst jobs on the planet in the NFL.
I would go to the Jets because at least you're in the Big Apple.
Great answer. Great answer. You know? That's why I asked. Great freaking answer. You go to John's on Bleecker. We can catch shows at the Garden. You know what I mean? Tony, I'll take you uptown to the Beacon Theater. You can look for your guy, Trey. He lives up in that neighborhood. I'm telling you right now, that's a great answer. And plus, let's be honest, Vegas wears you down after 2-3 days. It's like, you got to get out. It's like, it's fun. You get crazy. What happens in Vegas, blah, blah, blah. But then after like 2-3 days, you're like, okay, I'm out about 10 grand. I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? It's just a great answer. I would take the Jets too.
I've done Vegas once for 3 nights. Once. And on the beginning of night 3, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing? I did a
3-pack this year when I went to the Dead at the Sphere. I was there for 3 nights, 3 shows. And you're right, day 3. But it was, having the show there helped. But if you're just wandering around, gambling, drinking, partying, that's a long 3 days, man. Very long. And you always walk out of there like you're at the airport. You're dehydrated. You're depressed. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, dude, what did I do? What have I done? What have I done? What have I become? Anyway, Tony, we're about a half hour into the show. It's time to start talking Niners, for the love of God. And again, congrats to Brent Jones. You said something earlier in the show, kind of casually, that I want to kind of build on. Niners get the win. They are 10-4 on the year. They win 37-24. There's a lot to feel good about yesterday. Like you said, Ricky Pearsall, he had a really good game. 6 catches, 98 yards. Kittle had a good game, 8 receptions, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Your boy Juwan Jennings had 3 receptions for 37 yards and 2 touchdowns. I thought Brock Purdy looked really good, very mobile. In fact, you know how ironic? Yesterday, Brock Purdy had the longest scramble of his entire career. That was in the 3rd quarter. So he was moving around very well.
Well, first of all,
it's been too long.
I'm going to do this real quick because Fareed did send a picture of the jacket, okay? So I just wanted to share the jacket real quick before we move back into the gridiron, back into the game. There's the actual jacket that Mrs. Centaur was wearing. That's the back of it.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to show the side angle. I think this is it. No, that's not it. Sorry, one more. Right there. So I guess it's an old jacket from the 80s, Paulie. So that's that you can't find this jacket now. You got to go on eBay. I know, right?
That's too bad. Yeah. I love the stripe on the arm. What a great eye. What a great catch by you.
Totally. So thank you, Fareed, for sending that in, dude. Now, Paulie, back to the game at hand. Back to the lesson at hand. I got to say, last week we talked about Burrow or Purdy. Dude, I know it was the Titans. So I'm gonna preface it with that. But Brock's mobility and improvisational skills on Sunday or yesterday were like, you know what? he is reiterating why I said, you know what, I would keep Purdy, because I was like, you know what, dude, Brock looked good yesterday, man.
It looked very good. Yeah, it looked very good. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
And the mobility was a huge factor. And dude, there was one play where he dropped back like almost 20 yards, dude. And I'm like, okay, thank God you threw it away. But he's also getting smarter about throwing the ball away and not sitting in the pocket too long. So I think we're seeing a maturation with Brock. And I also think that he learned a lot being hurt and watching Mac Jones play. I really do. And so he was able to think about how he would maybe just, I don't know, deal with the situations that Jones was in while Purdy was on the sideline. So I'm excited to see the rest of this season, dude. At Indy Monday night, Old Man Rivers is going to be hosting the 49ers.
And I'll tell you what, bro, my instincts were, by the way, if you took the points and Old Man Rivers, your ass won that bet, bro.
Yep.
Old Man Rivers, he was out here throwing touchdowns yesterday against that defense in Seattle, kind of with a little gut on him. Like, he doesn't look like he's totally in shape. Like, the body looks crazy. He's 44. He's got eye black under one eye. The other eye's got nothing. He looks nuts out there. And listen, I back Old Man Rivers. Not next week, of course. We'll have to kick his ass. But I was rooting so hard for Old Man Rivers yesterday, man.
Dude, can we call him like Papa Rivers or Grandpa Rivers or Nano Rivers or something? Because he's a grandpa, dude. He's a grandpa.
He's a grandpa. He's got 9 kids.
Yeah.
9
I thought he had 10. I think he has 10.
Even better. Let's go double digits. He's got 10 kids. And I'll tell you this, maybe he went back to play football because he's like, damn, I need some more money. I better keep playing. I'll be playing till I'm 55 if I'm with these 10 kids. That's a lot of college tuitions. I can barely get through 2 of them. Imagine doing 10, bro. It's out of hand. Nuts.
No, I can't. Come on, man. That's
how do you control 10 kids? You got no chance. You got no chance controlling 10 kids. None. Zero.
At that point, you just basically say, okay.
You throw your hands up.
Yeah.
You guys, don't get arrested tonight. But do your old man a favor. Stay out of jail. That's all you can say.
Police yourselves, basically. You know, you guys figure it out. Figure it out. Work it out amongst yourselves, because there's 10 of you to work. I mean, that is just, and Mrs. Rivers, I should know her name because
Mrs. Rivers. Jesus.
I mean,
she's been through a lot. I mean, giving 10 kids, giving birth 10 times. God, she must be strong as an ox.
Can we just tip our caps to the reproductive organs of a Mrs. Rivers, dude?
I tell you what, dude, Phil, Old Man Rivers, he's like, dude, let me know when you need another kid. I'm ready. Like, he's wow. I know, point taken, dude. 10 kids. I salute Mrs. Rivers. I would say this, though, in light of all this comedy, don't look past this guy. Do not take the Colts. Do not take the Colts seriously, or do not look past them. Don't discredit them. They played really well. They had a good chance to win that game yesterday. They couldn't pull it off, but it was kind of a little wake up call. It was like, okay, this team is formidable. This team cannot be kind of like, you can't assume you're just going to waltz out there and beat this team. And that brings me back to the Niner game, Tony. I wonder. So I got to admit to you, Tom Rathman got in my head yesterday because I was watching the post game, and Tom Rathman was not pulling any punches. In fact, I talked to Carlos De La Fuente about this today before the show. We were on the phone talking Niners.
Nice.
And Rathman said after the game yesterday, yeah, it's a good win. They're 10-4. You got the win. You got to stay on pace. But he goes, should we really feel that good about giving up 24 points to a 2-10 team? And he said, listen, he goes, what I see right now, this is what Tom Rathman said. Maybe some of you guys saw this. Rathman said, what I'm seeing right now is a very good offense that can clearly put points on the board. But I also see a defense that can't stop anybody. And that's going to be a big problem when the playoffs start, because the caliber of the teams in the NFC, it's no joke. There's a lot of good teams, as we all know. So how do you react to what Rathman said? That kind of got in my head, and I was like, he's right. Yes, it's a good win, but giving up 24 points on your own field to a 2-10 team doesn't give me a lot of confidence.
I totally agree, dude. They should not be giving up 24 points to the Tennessee Titans, man. Cam Ward, 18-29, 2 TDs and no picks. I mean, that's a clean line for him, dude. Tony Pollard, 14 carries, 104 yards. Like, they didn't stop. They didn't stop Cam Ward or Pollard. And so you think about going up against the Rams again, if they have to go up against the Rams or any of these powerhouse teams in the NFC. By the way, Thursday Night Football, Rams at Seahawks. Just a little side note. Can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that game. Go Seahawks. We got to root for the Seahawks, by the way. Got to root for the Seahawks. Beat the Rams, and then the Niners beat the Seahawks, and then they handle their own destiny.
You sounded like Rain Man when you said that. You're like, got to beat the Seahawks. Got to beat the Seahawks. Got the Rams. Got to beat the Seahawks. So you got a little Rain Man-y during that one. Got to beat the Seahawks. Got to beat that's the Seahawks.
And what was his main line?
Wapner, dude. Wapner.
Yeah,
Gotta watch Wapner.
Gotta
watch Wapner. Dude, gotta watch. 3 o'clock is Wapner. Gotta go to Wapner. Like, dude, he's all about his Wapner. And by the way, shout out Dustin Hoffman. He doesn't get enough love. I'm here for him. Me and Dustin forever. Tony, so again, you mentioned the Rams. See, I would worry about that matchup in a big way. And I know the Niners went down there and beat him with Mac Jones. It was a great game, but this is going to be a little bit different now. Puka looked nuts yesterday. Stafford was going crazy. The Rams, they might be the best team in the NFC. I mean, as it stands, they're the number 1 seed, but you got to kind of wrap your head around it. The Bears got back on track. Mm-hmm. They dismantled the Browns. So they are, and we're going to see them soon enough. We'll see the Bears soon and then Seattle again. But I do worry. I do worry about this Niner defense. I don't know if they're going to be able to hang with the best of the NFC. I'm not sure.
The glaring thing, Paulie, is that no sacks. Right.
Again, that's been a problem all year. It's been
very little pressure, little pressure too. Like the D line's got to get in there, man. We've talked about this before. Stafford, man, if you let Stafford camp out in the pocket, he's going to carve you up, dude. So I just having no sacks yesterday against a 2-win team that averages before yesterday averaged 15 points offensively a game. They dropped 24. That's not good. Now I will say Mustafa played really well yesterday, I thought, and the one deep ball that Van Jefferson caught was kind of a jump ball,
right?
That they both came down with, and Jefferson kind of grabbed at the end. So I don't know, that final touchdown maybe doesn't happen without that play, but still, I don't know. They got to get more pressure on the quarterback. And I mean, again, I know that they're depleted. Of course, we've been saying that all, as the seasons progress, we've been saying that every week that they're depleted, but they got to get more pressure on the quarterback. And Upton Stout, I thought, played well too, and he's having a good rookie campaign. But 24 points to a two-win team is something that shouldn't be happening, P.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and it does leave me. What's so funny? What?
Hold on a second. This is great, dude.
Oh yeah, it's business time.
I only laugh because it's so sad. Dub City.
I know, these poor bastards. It's getting to the point now. I mean, go ahead, read the post. Go ahead, man.
Dub City, I love this super. Thank you for the super, by the way. He says, my Raiders had 75 yards of total offense on Sunday. 75, he says. Great album.
75, Jerry. 75. Like George Costanza. 75, Jerry. Yeah.
I mean,
dude. Go ahead.
And he says, great albums that came out in 75. Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. Neil Young, Tonight's the Night. Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. I add
a few more? Because I agree with you, Dub City. I'll tell you, it's funny you say that, Dub City. I'm in a big early 70s thing right now. I really am. I'm listening to a lot of stuff from the early 70s. Not just the bands you posted, but other ones. And I'll add to your 1975 list. How about throwing these albums on the pile? Toys in the Attic by Aerosmith came out in 75. Kiss Alive came out in 1975. Grateful Dead Blues for Allah came out in 1975. Yep. There's so many. 75 was a great year. Another year that's like that is 73. It's bonkers when you look at 73. You got like Quadrophenia by The Who. You got Houses of the Holy. It's another one of those crazy years where there's all of these incredible albums. And Dub City, I'm sorry, brother. I really am sorry for your whole Raider thing, man. I don't know what to say. They are rudderless, dude. I got Max Crosby out here yelling at his own teammates, almost fist fighting these guys. And again, I think you got to start all over. I think you got to tear this thing down.
Yeah, they need a quarterback. They just need a quarterback, Paulie. They got to get somebody. They got to throw the ball. They got to get the ball to Brock Bowers. They got to get Ashton Gentry involved. And also, did you see Max Crosby and Devin White getting into it yesterday?
That's what I was just saying. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking up 1975 bands, Paulie. I got to throw some love into the ring for "Wish You Were Here," Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here."
There's another one. One. Can I give you Rush "Fly By Night" 1975? That's another one.
Yes. Can I give you Parliament's "Mothership Connection"? Paulie?
Hell yeah! Can I
give you? This is you want to talk about Paul Tonelli, freaking right down Broadway. Elton John's Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Like that is 75.
What do you mean Paul Tonelli? Where's Tonelli?
He loves that album.
Oh, I
Loves
got
it.
you. Okay, I thought you meant like he was
Loves
on the
that album.
board. Okay.
And it's a great album. It's really good, man. What's that long? There's a long track on that album. What is it?
How about John Joseph taking me to school right now? This should have been the first thing I said. Thank you, John Joseph. This is why you're my brother from another mother. How about, you ever heard of this record, little album called Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen?
Exactly.
That's 1975. I thought I'd leave that one out. Thank you, John. Yeah, thank you, brother. That's a pretty big album. Yes.
Dude, ZZ Top's Fandango, that live
I
album.
love Fandango. Fandango effing rules.
Mhm.
If you don't have Fandango, and I'm talking to everybody now, go get one side is all studio, and then the other side is all live.
Yep.
It's effing. I love Fandango. I heard it on the X, Tony. That's all.
Dude,
Yeah.
yes, Fandango.
Billy Gibbons all day.
I heard
Oh,
it.
I heard it on the X. Dude, Billy Gibbons forever. That's all.
Those guys know a thing or two about a good groove. I'll tell
They
you
know how to
that.
boogie. They play boogie, rock and roll boogie, man. They get it going, man. No question.
Hey, Paulie, why don't we take a pause in the action for a moment, okay?
Rebel
And-
without a pause. Public Enemy, Tony.
Dude. Hear the drummer get wicked.
Totally. Back, because you're looking for the same thing. Yeah, it's my
Oh,
Chuck D.
dude.
Yeah.
My favorite, wow, gosh, I've never even said this, but I think my favorite rapping voice of all time is Chuck D.
Yeah, Public Enemy's number one for me. 100%. They're the guys for me. They're like they're like the hip hop Bob Dylan for me.
Totally.
Public Enemy.
I would go, because then I would go Chuck D, and then probably Q-Tip.
Yeah.
And then MCA right under that. MCA third. Yeah.
Rest in peace. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
I know.
But
I don't get life sometimes. Let me just say this real quick. You know, you talk about the Rob Reiner thing or somebody like MCA. How do you explain this in the universe and God? I mean, I'm asking philosophical questions now, but when you have news like this, it just provokes thoughts like this. What, you got MCA over here. He's freeing the Tibetans. He's fighting for their freedom. He's hanging out with the monks. Dude, he's hanging out. He was hanging with the Dalai Lama.
Yep.
And then he gets stricken with like incurable cancer and he's gone. Like, what? Where, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I don't get life, dude. I don't get like the I guess someday we'll all understand, like when we check out, hopefully we get all the answers we're looking for, but I don't get it. You live like this virtuous life. You help people. You free the Tibetan monks and all this. And then, here's what you get for that. Have some cancer. It's like, God, man, give me a break. You know, the guy could have done a lot more great stuff. Anyway, F cancer. Just throwing that one on the pile, too.
I like to think totally 100% to everything you said, Paulie. Everything. I can concur wholeheartedly. But I like to think that MCA's particles are flying around us every day and helping out in the Polymax particle universe as well. Because I don't know. There isn't a week that goes by that I don't listen to some Beastie Boys and some MCA. So thank you for all of your contributions, MCA. And I love that, you know, Mike D and Ed Rock, they keep his spirit and memory alive. Whenever they do anything, they always mention him as part of the conversation. So go back and watch that Beastie Boys documentary on Apple TV, by the way.
I should do that. I actually have the book too. I got the Beastie Boys book, which is a hell of a read, man. That's a hell of a read. Tony, to get the wheels on this operation, because time's getting crazy.
Yeah.
How about this? Can we do a stellar design read for Dom?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, let's do some stellar.
Check this out. Stellar design, Arrow, hot and sour, Arrow, or not hot and sour. I mean, studs and duds. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Arrow, studs and duds, and then I would like to talk about Rob Reiner a little bit, just to keep his name in the air and talk about a lot of the joy he brought a lot of people. Because
yes,
I'm a fan of. One more thing,
we got to talk a teeny bit of dubs,
dude. I'll talk a teeny bit of dubs if I can stop myself from having a nervous breakdown while doing so, because I'm watching Steph Curry last night go off.
Yeah.
If you missed the Warriors last night, maybe you're watching Sunday Night Football. Steph went ape-ass up in Portland, 48 points. Tony, 12 3-pointers, and the Warriors lose. Like that's unacceptable. You cannot have that. You cannot have your best player going for 48 and lose that. And it's really frustrating because Friday was the same kind of thing.
Two things, Paulie, that it can't happen. You can't give up 24 points to the Tennessee Titans, and you can't have your superstar score 48 and lose the ball game. Okay, those are two things that shouldn't have happened yesterday. And Paulie, I see Dom Peralta in the chat saying "talk Sharks" instead of Dubs. Hey Dom, stand by. as
Stand
they
by.
say
You
it.
beat LA.
Stand
You
by.
do. It's funny you're asking for Sharks. You're going to get it. You're going to get it in just a couple of minutes. In fact,
Oh.
let's take that. Yes.
Yeah, just a little,
I haven't done that in a while. I kind of forgot about that. Go Sharks. Hey, everybody talking to Owen Nolan. Go Sharks. That's Ralph Barbieri talking Sharks from the great beyond. I like this team, Tony. All right. Stellar design. What?
Yeah,
What?
No. Let's go stellar design, and then we'll go to studs and duds. Go
No,
for
let me
it.
ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
Just between you and me.
Yeah.
This is not for anybody else. I'm just taking a moment with you.
Hmm.
Did you
No,
puff one? Maybe?
no,
All
no.
right.
It's just in my loins
I
forever.
got a glimpse. I got a glimpse of a face I've seen before. I'm like, are you getting involved on a Monday?
No.
Okay.
No, I wish, to be
Look at
honest
the
with you.
smile, though. You see the smile? Look at the smile. He looks like he's been dabbling. I'm just throwing it out.
No, it's more of a it's kind of a smile of like like, by the way, I'm not doing the show next week, and that's not because I'm going on vacation or anything. It's because my kids are out of school, and all of a sudden I'm on full dad patrol.
I know all about it. Yeah,
without
done
my
it.
kids
Yeah.
being in school. So
Yeah.
it's like it's full time, literally sun up to sundown and beyond sundown. And those of you that are parents know the Christmas break is not a break for the parents.
No, it's if anything, it's like doing a double shift. It's like working two jobs in one day. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It really
Dad,
is.
what are we doing today?
What are we doing today? I don't know. Here's your joystick. Go play Xbox. I got to go to work. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are we doing today? I'm trying. Here's what we're doing today. Dad's going to keep working to feed you, buy you clothes, and keep you neck deep in Xbox. That's what we're doing today. All right, Tony, let's talk. They don't get it, though. You got to do everything for your kids. All right, here we go, Tony.
Yes.
Stellar design. We love stellar design. We love Don Peralta. In fact, some more show updates coming at you right now. Tony, guess what? Next week, I felt like Christopher Walken. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell. Guess what? Don't you have guess what isolated? Do we have a guess what sound drop?
Oh, you know what I do? Stand by.
Yeah,
while
give me
I
a guess
do.
what, for God's sakes. I'm setting it up. Let's go.
Hold on.
Guess what? Yeah.
Remember when we switched over to the soundboard? Some bites didn't make it. Oh no, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious. God, I haven't heard this in a long time.
Guess what?
One more time.
Where'd it go? What?
Guess what?
Thank you. Boy, a lot of buildup for that one. Guess what?
Well,
Yeah.
because it's not on the soundboard; it's on the StreamYard soundboard, which kind of stinks. So
All good, dude. No,
Oh,
Tony.
no, just hold on.
Just roll.
no, please, God help me.
Yeah, Ozzy, what the hell kind of year has this been anyway? You know, the more I think about it, dude, Ozzy left us. I got Rob Reiner getting killed in his own house. It's been a rough year, dude. 2025 has been a rough go. Anyway, for a lot of people. Tony, stellar design. Dami Peralta, one of our all-time favorites. Looking ahead to next week when Creative Tony's doing double duties with working and dadding and all this stuff, kids on vacation. I'm going to be doing shows on Monday and Tuesday. And I know for sure that Dami Peralta will be co-hosting with me on Monday. Then we'll be back next Tuesday, and I'm calling out of the bullpen the rugged right-hander out of New Jersey. Here comes Christian Narag. Rags will join us as a special holiday co-host. That's going to be an interesting show. That'll be next Tuesday. So anyway, Dami on Monday, Rags on Tuesday, onward and upward. Okay.
Nice.
Stellar Design, Tony. Stellar Design, the San Francisco Bay Area-based industrial design studio, which is shaping the future of product innovation. We got a big announcement for you today. How about this? We got two-time World Cup champion and gold medalist Alex Morgan is Baller Cam's latest endorsement and investor. That is tremendous, dude. Getting Alex Morgan on board. Congratulations. There is a link if you want to go check this out. Go to ballercam.com. All one word, ballercam.com. And then snap in, hit record, share, and watch. And congratulations, Dom. That's great getting Alex Morgan on board. You see how Dom's busy? Dom does a lot of great work out there. He obviously for this show, but he also has all these very impressive clients out there with Stellar Design. They also create award-winning design, Tony, with a meaningful connection between people, product, and brand. And I can definitely vouch for that. Dom is a big people guy. He likes to get to know the people he's working with and develop a relationship. And this is very accurate. He definitely can speak to that. So whether you're an individual just watching this and you have an idea and you're like, oh, maybe Dom could do something for me. I bet you could. Maybe you're a startup company like the Polymac Particle Show. Maybe you're a Fortune 500 company. Stellar can offer partnership to help you achieve out of this world design. So Visit stellar.design. Check out some of Dom's work he's done in the past. He's done a lot of great stuff. Stellar.design. And you can then make design impact with Dom and Stellar Design. Email Dom anytime. Have a conversation with him. Dominic@stellar.design. Call him 650-796-3144. Tony. Dom Peralta, we love you, buddy. Okay. Yes.
All right, here I'm going to share something, Paulie, because this is the baller cam. I want people to know, when we say baller cam, I want people to know exactly what we're talking about, because this thing is the coolest. And we're talking about, if you have kids too, any parents out there, check out this video from ballercam.com, and it kind of explains things, what we're talking about. Stand by. Here we go.
Rise and shine. Today's the day they've been training all season for. And you're double booked. But don't worry, you got this. Meet BallerCam, because when you can't be in two places at once, BallerCam's got your back. It's easy. Just pop in your iPhone and BallerCam transforms it into a 180-degree AI-powered camera that films and live streams the entire game. BallerCam's smart tracking follows the action automatically, intelligently panning and zooming to follow every play, point, and special moment. For the moments that matter, trust BallerCam.
See, there you go. So that's BallerCam. It's basically turning your phone into an AI camera. It's pretty badass. So, I mean, because dude, Paulie, on Saturday, 6 basketball games. 6, count them, 6 basketball
How's
games.
that even possible? I honestly don't even know how that's possible.
Tournament basketball through the kids' school, but the game running clocks, 8-minute quarters, so they're quick games, but there were 6 of them. So something like the BallerCam would come in big time handy at something like that, because you can't be at
Beat LA is coming in saying, I think the BallerCam would be perfect for OnlyFans, Tony. OnlyFans. You know what I mean? By the way, maybe Tony and I should do an OnlyFans account or whatever you call it. And one of these, I was proposing this last week. I was going to say, look, where we all do like an all nude show, where we just have like a birthday suit show. And we just show ourselves as we are presented today. So all you see is like the waist up, but knowing that I don't think anybody really wants to know that. But anyway, if you want to join us and be naked at home, we're discussing that behind the scenes. Anyway, Tony, go ahead.
Or we could have a bottomless party. Next PMP hang could just be a bottomless hang.
Like in what was it?
Bill and no,
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Tony, have you seen the I'm laughing just thinking about this. Have you seen the 3rd installment, their Christmas one? It's the last one they made. It's like a Kumar Christmas movie. Have you seen it?
No.
Dude, Neil Patrick Harris is unhinged in that movie, dude, because he plays like a sex-crazed straight guy. And the funny thing is, in real life, he's a gay man, but he plays like this, like he's like a predator, basically. It's like a freaking predator. And it's a very funny role. So anyway, if you haven't seen the Harold and Kumar Christmas movie, Tony, highly recommended.
Hey, speaking of movies on Christmas, dude, I'm looking forward to, and my kids are looking forward to it too. Jack Black and Paul Rudd are redoing the 90s movie Anaconda.
I saw that, but it's like a comedy. They're going to make that into Yeah.
So I cannot. So we're not going to go on Christmas Day, but I'm probably pretty sure on the 26th we're going to be at the movie theater with huge buckets of popcorn. By the way, I couldn't be a bigger fan of movie theater popcorn. By the way, I don't know how you feel about movie theater popcorn.
I'm with you. No, totally. I'm a popcorn guy. Yeah.
Watching them pump that liquid, which is supposed to be butter.
It's like the worst stuff in the world you can put in your body. It's like instant cholesterol death. But I got to tell you, you don't have to get the artificial butter. I get mine without that. I just say, give me the corn. I don't need the artificial butter. You don't have to get that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I got a 10-year-old and an almost 12-year-old. They're like, yeah, give me some of that butter.
Let's block some arteries. Yeah, let's do this. Come on, Dad. Let's do this. Let's have an angioplasty. Come on, everybody in the pool. All right, Tony, I told you that we would go from Stellar Design to our Studs and Duds, and we're like an hour into the show, so we should do that. Studs and Duds, Tony, listen to me. We don't have an open for Studs and Duds, do we?
No, I was just thinking probably like Studs and Duds. I don't know.
Boom. Give me an explosion, at least. Give me some kind of explosion. Yeah.
Studs and Duds.
Thank you. One more time. Can you turn that up a little, T? Give me a little more volume.
Studs and Duds.
That's better. Okay, good. Perfect. Studs and duds. Yeah. Perfect. That's our open for studs and duds. Hope you guys like that. Tony, if I may, I'm going to go first because you guys have asked for it. And it's, again, here are the particles of play right now. It's funny. We had a bunch of people piping up today saying, hey, man, talk Sharks. That's what I'm going to do right now. You want to know why? Because the San Jose Sharks are my Polymax studs of the weekend. First of all, broad stroke. Let's just talk about the season the Sharks are having overall. They're playing pretty well. Dude, considering where they came from last year, and it's definitely like a rebuilding period they're in, these guys are looking pretty good. They are competing in every game. Their record as we speak, Tony, 16 wins, 14 losses. They got the 3 ties as well. And I got to tell you, what happened Saturday is a great sign of things to come. And this is the primary reason I'm going to make them studs today, because they're in Pittsburgh and they're trailing 5-1 in the third period. All right. Most 99 times out of 100, you can just chalk that L up right then and there. Not these guys. They freaking rallied. In fact, Tony, if you could go to bookmarks,
yes,
I have the game-winning goal I'd like to share with everybody in case you missed this. Go Sharks, 100%, Tommy. And, of course, it was Celebrini with the game-winning goal. So they rally, they tie the game, and then they win it 6-5. A really, really exciting game. It was one of those matinee games. It was a daytime affair. So I actually did catch a good chunk of the third period. It was very, very exciting. And it's just good to see the Sharks are starting to make, like, ripples.
They connected cleanly. Celebrini's back on. What a play.
Hang on. I want to get to this call. So, sorry, when you're ready.
No, pretty much. I'll just tell you, we'll watch it right now. So the Sharks got the win in Pittsburgh. They win that game 6-5. And again, I got to stress, they were dead in the freaking water, losing 5-1. Rally, send it to OT and win. And before Tony plays the clip, I can just say, if you're looking for Sharks, they're off today. You got Calgary coming in tomorrow. You got the Flames coming into San Jose tomorrow. So my studs of the weekend, your San Jose Sharks, Tony. Let's watch this game-winning goal, and it's a great call, too. Enjoy this.
Here we go. It's the best.
Now, I got to tell you, to make matters even more celebratory, dude, after the game, I'm watching my main man, Ted Ramey, just dropping science, dude. He's dropping science about the Sharks. Can I just tell you something about, Tony, the upper body physique of a Ted Ramey?
Oh, yeah.
This guy, I'm telling you, man, he's getting bigger by the day. He's all jacked up. Anyway, I love Ted Ramey. And if you could back this up a little bit more, I want you to see the stick handling by Celebrini. Very unusual that a righty, which he is, go to his left for the fake out move, but he did. He went to his left, and he left the defenseman totally kind of shell-shocked. Back this up a little bit more to you if you can.
Also, the unselfish play of Celebrini. He could have taken the shot right there.
Yeah.
But it gives it right back. It's so smart, man. Here we go. Right here. Here we go.
Cleanly.
Where he scores. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Darn it.
What do you think? They're feeling very optimistic in Sharks land, and it's about time. It's been a rough few years, and you know the Shark Tank got to the point where it was not sold out every night after having so many sellouts for so many years. But the excitement is coming back. You can feel the electricity starting to bubble again. So congratulations, Sharks. You are the Polymac Particle studs of the weekend. Tony, I'll throw it over to you right now for your stud selection. What do you got, kid?
I'm going stud. I'm going to do a combo stud connection of Purdy to Pearsall yesterday.
Yeah.
And I also got to give Purdy 23 of 30, 295, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Also 7 carries, 44 yards, Paulie, for Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
So, and also then Pearsall, 6 receptions, 96 yards. And remember we were talking this week how we wanted to see more of Pearsall, and bam, there he was. Now we're going to see if he's okay, because he hobbled off the field 2 different times in the game. I sure hope he's okay, man, because they're going to need him if they're going to do any damage. If they're going to do any damage, they need him. They need him.
Well, I think he looked pretty good walking off the field, Tony, at the end of the game. He was like jumping around, laughing. So I based on how he looked leaving the field at the end of the fourth quarter, I think he's okay. I'm not a doctor, but he looked okay to me.
I hope so. They got to look at his knee. They got. I just hope so, and his ankle too. So, just good vibes to Ricky. Don't lose that number. Ricky, don't lose that. Your health, basically.
Tricky Ricky. Shout out to our old colleague, Slick Rick Foreman. Rick Foreman. Tony. Yeah. When was the last time you touched base with a Rick Foreman?
Jeez, decades.
He was right there in the mix, dude. He was a big part of the early days of the Nifty 1050. Rod Brooks, Cilio, Paulie, Creative Tony, and Rick Foreman. Rick, if you're out there, brother, we still remember you. Cheers, man.
Slick Rick, by the way. Slick Rick, dude.
You know what Slick Rick did? He gave me a Nirvana cassette. That's like how I remember Slick Rick. He gave me like this. Do you remember, Tony, they used to sell like a single song on a cassette tape? It would be just like a single. You buy one song.
Yes.
So there was a Nirvana song that I didn't have back then called, it's called Even in His Youth. It was like a B-side for Even in His Youth. Yeah, yeah, great track. And I didn't have it. And Rick was like, here, take it, Paulie. You can have that.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, thanks, man. So anyway, that's how I remember Slick Rick. He gave me that Nirvana song on a cassette back in the day.
That's the type of dude he is or was and is.
He was a baseball player, wasn't he? Like you? Wasn't he a baseball player? Where did he play? What was
he played at Sarah High School.
Yeah. Did he? He was a Sarah guy. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he was a Sarah guy. So nobody's perfect, Paulie. See? It's okay. It's okay.
Except Bob Fitzgerald, because he's a Sarah guy too. And
again, nobody's perfect. No, nobody's perfect, buddy, because he went to Sarah. So
you go back to Pearsall. That was my fault. I got you off of that.
Yeah, no, all good. So no, just those two, they were a solid connection yesterday, and they're my studs of the weekend. And I just think that, like, of course, Kittle, 8 catches, 88 yards. He's like, I feel like his Purdy's go-to, right? But McCaffrey is obviously in the backfield, 22 carries. What was it? 73 yards. So, but having Jennings, Kittle, Pearsall, even Kendrick Bourne, Demarcus Robinson getting in the mix too. And the legs of a Brock Purdy, dude, the scrambling of a Brock Purdy. The only thing, dude, and Purdy recognized it immediately after he did it, was the little ball fake and whatever before he stepped out.
I couldn't believe he did that.
I was like, what are you doing, Brock?
I said the same thing.
That's what we ripped Mahomes about.
I know.
What are you doing, dude?
I know. I think and then he kind of immediately went over to the defender and kind of slapped him and be like, hey, no offense, buddy. Like they kind of made up immediately.
In the postgame, Paulie, Purdy said that he realized immediately, like, oh my God, did I just do that? And he said that he went up to the linebacker and said, what did I just do?
He was laughing. They were both laughing, so it was forgotten instantly. But you're right. I had the same reaction. I'm like, no, Brock, don't become that kind of guy where he's pump faking the ball and the guy's. That could have gotten ugly. I mean, he could have gotten his ass lit up right there and just had the defender take a 15-yard unsportsmanlike, because you taunt guys like that, a lot of times you're going to get a reaction on an NFL field.
Dude, and so Pine Needle in the chat, I want to address this because Pine, I love your commentary. And dude, you're a smart dude. But and great picture, by the way. Dom Peralta sent us a picture which you can show on the night flight of Pine Needle and his family at Sublime. Hopefully the show was good. Report back, Pine Needle. But he says he disagrees because Tim Ryan even said defender will always go for the fake. They can't help themselves no matter how far it is downfield. Agreed, but this was right in front of the guy. Like, and what we want linebackers to do is to go blast quarterbacks like that if they're in the field to play. Before they go out of bounds. Because if you're going to do that crap, then you are no longer in the pocket and you are now a running back or a receiver, and I can drill you. And our joking around about hashtag take the 15. Yeah. So it's like, if we want a healthy Purdy for the duration of the season and for the long haul of his massive contract, he cannot be doing that kind of stuff and risking some, crazy linebacker who is gonna, sees dollar signs by sees, like, I don't know, the opportunity to light up a quarterback, which is the linebacker's job, a defensive player's job. So I don't know, man. I thought that was tempting fate.
Yeah, I did too. I had the same. I was like, oh, geez. I was like shifting around in my seat when he did. I'm like, Brock, don't become this kind of. Don't start doing that kind of S. But luckily, it was all forgotten, and good choice too. I like that because you were specifically talking about Pearsall last week and how you'd like to see him become more involved. And he had a great game, 6 balls, 96 yards.
Yeah,
real nice and a good sign of things to come. I mean, listen, that's what
one. Sorry, Paulie, to cut you off, but did you see that one catch of Pearsall's where he fell down at the end of his route and still made the catch? Yeah, that's when he came off limping.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, dude, he still made that catch because he fell down at the end of his route. And the athleticism of a Pearsall is not to be underestimated, but I just hope that he's not like an injury prone guy. Like, I'm just knocking on wood. Like, come on, dude. Like,
well, it's funny you say that because they need him. Obviously, now with Ayuk, the Ayuk thing hit the critical mass point. I mean, it's. We talked on Friday how John Lynch is like, I'm not talking about this anymore, and then Kyle.
Earlier in the show, you played a sound effect saying like "stand by." I'm gonna have you. I'm playing a close encounter sound effect saying, "Paulie, stand by" as we continue studs and duds. Stand by.
No problem, Tony. Let me segue from that to this. Let me give you my dud of the weekend.
Yes.
I'll give you my dud right now. And a lot of people have been waiting for this, so here it comes on a silver effing platter. My duds are the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's a game ball. Everybody had a hand in this season being a stinking pile of S, and Andy Reid gets a ball, Travis Swift gets a ball, the Muppet gets a ball, all of them, dude. Chris Jones, everybody involved, game ball. What do you got for me, T, before I get into this?
Like, let us play the game.
That's all.
Okay, so let's get everybody caught up. In case you were up in Tahoe, maybe you were ice skating down in, by the way, there's a rink up in Petaluma, too. I was up in Petaluma over the weekend. They got a rink up there on the fairgrounds. There's rinks all over the place. So maybe you were ice skating with your best gal. You missed the game. Let me tell you what you missed. Kansas City Chiefs lose again on their own field. They are officially eliminated from the postseason. And judging by the reaction on social media last night, I'm not the only one who's overjoyed about this. Somebody I almost retweeted this. I'm glad I didn't, though, because then the Rob Reiner news came and it would have been a bad look. But somebody posted a picture. I think it was shot at Wimbledon or the U.S. Open. I think it was a tennis match where Travis Kelce had that stupid beach bucket hat on and Travis, whatever her name is, Taylor Kelsey was in front of him dancing, and like they just looked. It's so offensive on every level. You know what I mean? It's like you guys. She, as far as I'm concerned, she can't dance. Okay, and I know she's on stage and she's doing all this. She dances like a freaking middle-aged Caucasian housewife in Idaho somewhere. Like there's nothing sexy about her moves, and I'm not saying she's trying to be. I'm just saying it's not for me. And then you got Travis Kelce over there looking like a jackass with a stupid hat on. And somebody posted that on Twitter after the game last night and said, like, am I the only one be elated that we're not going to have to be force-fed these two throughout the postseason this year? And I was like, yes, me too. So I'm very happy we'll get to have a playoff kind of field without the Chiefs involved, without having to have a dozen different camera cuts up to Taylor Swift in the booth. Oh, that's my man. I got the red lipstick on. I'm sitting with Mahomes' wife. Nobody cares, man. None of us care. None of us have cared for years. So I'm very happy the Chiefs are out. Now, I want to make this clear. I would never celebrate the injury of anybody, and that includes Mahomes. Obviously, I'm not a fan of his, but I don't wish him any harm. I don't wish him any ill health, and that's really unfortunate that you see an MVP caliber player go down with that kind of injury. But there is a silver lining. The silver lining is the Chiefs are 6-8, dude, and I'll tell you this. The particles have been at play all year. It was a group effort. Defund. It's right here, Tony. It's right here in front of me every day. Defund the Kansas City. This is my original note, and it's been sitting on my keyboard every show we've done this football season. So I'm very happy they're out. I think they finally got exposed this year. The league stopped holding their hand. They did not get the calls this year.
Not entirely, Paulie. Not entirely,
but not as bad as it's been in the past. And you can see the result of that. They're having a much, much harder year. And they're frankly just not that good. They got work to do. They got to retool this whole thing. You know what would be amazing, by the way? Looking at
there's also karma involved too, Paulie. Like Rashi Rice and there's karma involved too.
He got his ass lit up yesterday, dude. Rice got blown up. By the way, I'm going to throw this out there real quick right now. You know what the best possible ending to this football season would be? Final game of the season, Raiders Chiefs. How about for old time's sake, dude? We let the Raiders get that win. How about if they can end the season by beating the Chiefs? All will be forgiven, Mark Davis, your bowl cut, all of you guys. But I'm saying that's on the table because Mahomes is out for the year. He's got the ACL injury. He might not even be ready for opening day next year. We'll see. But he's not the first guy to have to go through this. Micah Parsons, same injury yesterday. It's really unfortunate. But I'm very happy that they are out of the postseason. I'm very happy they've been eliminated, and I'm very happy I don't have to because it's been so frustrating watching Chiefs games in the postseason for so many years and the way they've won games and the assistance from the refs. So they are my duds. I mean, Tony, they went from having a mini series about them called The Kingdom to a team that won't even make the playoffs. And I find it like really offensive that Travis Kelce last year was like, well, I'm coming back. There's no way my legacy is going to end on a Super Bowl loss. Well, guess what, dude? Now it's going to end on you not even making the playoff. Like the fact that he just assumed, hold on, the fact that he, because now I'm getting pissed. The fact that he assumed, hey, I'll come back and we'll just win another Super Bowl. No, that ain't happening. That did not happen. So that's why they're my duds. I hope I didn't overdo it, but that's some genuine feeling there for you guys.
Old school holding onto a telephone, not a cell phone, like holding on a telephone. Ring. Hey, Travis, I think we need to have a talk. Could you imagine? Yeah.
Oh, it's coming. That's coming. We're going to wait till 2026 before that whole thing goes down in flames. I'm telling you right now, they set their wedding date. How could you avoid this? They force-fed that to me, too, like on social media.
Opening week of the season. Opening week of the NFL season. Oh, we're engaged.
Tony. For Christ's sake. Did you know? I got a freaking tweet a couple of weeks ago I saw online. I swear to God, this is what the headline said. It said, save the date. With Taylor Swift's wedding date. Saved it for what? I'm not saving the. Why do I want to save the date? Anyway, I think their wedding date is in July of 2026. It ain't going to happen. I'm telling you right now, we can take bets. You want to take action on this. Do you think Vegas has odds on that, Tony?
They might. I mean, I'm sure there's a casino somewhere that you can bet on this about whether or not the relationship lasts, whether or not they get married, like if they follow through with the actual wedding, how long their marriage lasts, if they do get married, if they get married, it
ain't gonna last. Even if they do get married, they're done within 2 years. But I'm saying it's not even gonna get to the point where they do get married, because Taylor Swift wants the guy who's on center stage, the biggest football star in the country, playing at Super Bowls. What's she gonna do now? Okay, what's she going to do now? They're dating a guy that didn't even make the playoffs. Imagine how pissed off he's going to be this whole offseason. Actually,
I apologize. I don't remember the artist, but it's What You Gonna Do When She Says Goodbye.
That's Pablo Cruz. What you gonna do when she says goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? Great track. Great track. By the way, every time I think about Pablo Cruz, you know who I go to immediately? Your uncle, Tonelli. Dude, Tonelli, he's a Pablo Cruz head. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Pablo Cruz might have played one of his proms. I have to check, but I think Pablo Cruz played a prom he went to.
That would be amazing. By the way, Cruz is spelled Cruise, like as in cruising. Like we're going to go cruising.
No, dude, what you going to do when she says goodbye? 100%. Great track.
Isn't that a great track?
Stevie
Travis, what you gonna do when she says goodbye?
Totally, dude. Great track. I might have to put that on Spotify today. And by the way, speaking of Spotify, Sweet Mad Hatter, if you're out there today, I saw your name earlier. You did a great job on Friday. We loved having you on, and I put all the songs on the PMP playlist 25. It's on Spotify right now. And did you update the Apple too, Tony? You put all the new tracks on there?
Spotify and Apple Music. And Apple Music. And Paulie, just for the entire Chiefs season.
You just got your asses whipped.
There we go. Just had to play that in dedication for the entire Chiefs season. You just got your asses.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. And my final comment before I give it back to you is I just want to remind you, and I never do this, but today I will do it. It's like the one day a year I'll pat myself on the back. I actually called this. I did. I told you guys before the season started. I said two things. I go, because I really didn't think the Chiefs were that good last year. As crazy as that sounds. I know they went to a Super Bowl. They won 10 one-score games. I mean, it was a lot of shady crap going on last year with them. And so I told you before a single game was played, I said, I have two calls to make. One, the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs at least once this year. Turns out they beat them twice, which I love. And second of all, I said the Chargers will win more games than the Chiefs will this year. And I hit that one too. So
yes, you did. You nailed that. Because I remember you said that you thought the Chargers would win the AFC West. And I was like, ooh.
They still might. I know Denver is there, but they're right there. I mean, the Chargers could win that division.
Well, the Denver season is like, I don't know if anybody saw this coming. I knew that they would be good. I never saw them being this good.
And final thing on that. No, you're right, Tony. Nobody saw Denver being in this kind of spot. And how about last thing before your duds? How about the Buffalo Bills saying we ain't done yet? We ain't done.
we talked about this on
Yep.
was it Friday or Thursday?
Pats
Whatever.
have not really been tested, and they were tested yesterday, and they
That's what it
lost.
was. It was
Yeah.
the strength of schedule. You looked at the Pats season, and yes, you tip your cap to the 10-2 record, but you look at who they beat and squeaking by a few teams that they shouldn't have squeaked by, they should have handled. So the Bills came in and Josh Allen threw 3 TDs or had 3 TDs, and we're Allen fans. And you know what? I was thinking about Dr. Matt Young yesterday when I saw that final score, and I'm like, yes, we have a happy Dr. Young.
And they were down by like 21 points, T. They were getting their asses kicked in that game, the Bills. And they came back.
Because, I mean, I will say, don't count New England out for the long stretch this season. Because if anything, that might have been the wake-up call the Patriots need. You know what I mean? Losing at home to a good Bills team saying, okay, we thought we were the cat's meow. Obviously, we can be, but we're not yet. So if anybody's going to be motivated by that, it's Vrabel. And Vrabel's going to have his boys get back to work. So I was excited about that, Paulie, because I was rooting for the Bills in that game too. My dud, as we studs and duds and duds. There we go.
Thank you. That's all we need. From now on, that's the new open, Tony. Just explosions all over the place, like napalm the place. Yeah.
Studs and duds.
Give me another one, just for my head. I need another one.
Studs and duds.
I love how it's like a record scratch and then an explosion. All right, man. Lay it on me, kid. What's your dud today, Tony?
BA, Brandon Ayuk, double, 2 of them. Yeah. 2 of them at you, dude. Yeah. 2 of them at you.
Yeah.
And to quote Kyle Shanahan, I don't know. We haven't seen him in a month. Dude, Kyle Shanahan flat out said, I have not seen Brandon Ayuk in a month.
Yep. And he's collecting checks, though. He's got no problem. Yeah.
Made huge checks, dude.
Yeah. Bigger check than we're ever going to see. I know. Yeah.
So it's just, and yes, Stevie B.
Tony, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have a question before you launch into your thing. How can Brandon Ayuk be this disgruntled? Like, what happened? That like what did anybody do to this guy? And I saw a lot of people yesterday saying like, well, you know, Kyle and John, they're kind of blaming Kyle and John, saying they should have known what they were getting into. You got to evaluate the personality. I don't agree with that take. I put this on Brandon Ayuk. But Tony, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Your personality, dude. How about come to work, dude?
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this last week. Nobody's talking about his physical condition. What is he fully healthy and ready to come back?
Nobody knows.
Play? Nobody knows.
No, nobody knows.
Nobody's seen him in a month. Like it's the most frustrating, strange, bizarre. Richard Sherman had a great chat about it yesterday.
What did he say? I didn't see that. I like Sherman's takes. What did he say?
Sherman was saying this is very bizarre, and the Niners basically got to do their thing without him, and you have no idea what the future holds. And he was basically mystified because nobody knows what's going on with this.
How about this? Arkansas Dave just posted this. If this is true, I don't even know how to react to that because this is the most pansy ass thing I've ever heard. But Arkansas Dave just posted. He goes, "Could it be?" He's just posing a theory. Could it be that Brandon Ayuk was deeply insulted about them drafting Ricky Pearsall? If that's true, this guy, I can't get him out of the Bay Area fast enough. And I used to back him, dude. I backed Ayuk for years. For freaking years, I backed this guy. And I supported him when a lot of people were down on him. And now I just feel like I have had it with these guys. People that don't want to be here. You know what, dude? How could he? And if you're that much of a lightweight that you're that offended, well, I'm just not going to play because they drafted another receiver. Bro, get the hell out of here, man. Seriously, get out of here. Tony, finish your thing. I'm sorry. I'm stepping on.
That's it, basically. It's just he's my dud of the weekend because of that news coming across. It's like, what else do you want, dude? Like, you had the future in the palm of your hand.
In Super Bowls. Like, I mean, this is like the highest. But, you know,
and the team was being patient with you and saying, we'll take you whenever you're ready to come back. We'll take you.
Wasn't John Lynch saying at the beginning of the season before the opening day, didn't John Lynch say something like, yeah, we're hoping it'll be 5 or 6 weeks before we get Brandon Ayuk back on the field? It was like, it wasn't expected to go on like this. Like they thought we'd have him back within the first 6 weeks. I believe that's what he said.
week 6. It was
Yeah,
touched by
thank you. Yeah.
Week 6. And then Mayoka was like, week 10. And then now it's
week 10, week 12, whatever it takes. Yeah, right.
Now he's gone. And
Yeah.
the fact that he hasn't even, nobody's seen him in a month. Like, how can that?
No, it's infuriating. And you said it first, Tony. You said it perfectly. Hey, BA, go to work, bro.
Dude.
Go to freaking work. This is what we all have to do. We're all human. We're all trying to pay our rent and keep the lights on. Dude, go to work. He insults everybody with work ethic out there. And frankly, if I'm another team in the NFL, I'm looking at this saying, like, we better seriously look into this if we want to add this guy. Because this is just a horrible sign. And this is no way to market yourself. Tony, he wants his bag. Well, guess what? They gave him a big ass bag, and he's still unhappy. So I don't know what to say for the guy other than do not let the door hit you on the ass and get out of my sight. As Michael said to Paulie at the end of Godfather 1, right before they killed him in the car, get out of my sight. That's where I'm at with Brandon Ayuk. Just get out of my sight. Yeah.
Or like a Gary Rednich, goodbye.
Dude, one of my favorites. Yeah. Bye-bye. yeah. Dude, any chance you can get your hands on that?
Oh, God.
Bye-bye.
We had bye-bye and goodbye. We had both sound bites.
Angry Gary rules, dude. Angry Gary for life. You didn't get it often, but when you did, it was like a nuclear explosion. Yeah.
It's just these guys lose touch with reality so quickly because they're handed so much dough. And it's like, and all you're asked to do is to go to meetings.
You see Fred Warner? Dude, Fred Warner's at the facility. He's working out. He's hugging guys. He's there on game day. And then you got Shanahan going, I haven't physically seen him in over a month. That's it. I don't need to hear anymore. I think it's a great choice today. I'm glad you took Ayuk as a dud because that's what he is. That's what he is.
And I have one other dud, Paulie. I'm breaking the rules. Sorry, but
the rules are there ain't no rules.
I got to do another dud of the weekend, and this is Warriors, Minnesota on Friday. Steph Curry was called for a foul. Okay, on a play, and I just got to show this to everybody that didn't see it because it's not just the fact that this was called a foul on Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But it's the lack of respect in the 17 years as Curry has been playing basketball and been a role model and a superstar. And he's still
They treat him like he's a bum off the street. They treat him like he's a vagrant. You know what I mean? They treat him like he's some kind of like stepchild, like Oliver on the Brady Bunch or something. Cut the crap.
They treat him like he's the last child, just a punk in the streets, Paulie. That's what they treat him like, okay?
Nice.
So, okay, here we go. This is the play, and just watch.
Okay.
That's a foul on McDaniels. Watch this. The Warriors are not going to challenge this, but that's terrible.
That's a foul on Curry, according to the NBA refs. That is it. So my other dud of the weekend. Let's watch this again, please. Can we just watch this again? They call this a foul on Steph Curry, one of the superstars in the history of the game.
He's probably in the top 10 players in the history of basketball. No, best shooter of all time, hands down.
Yes, and changed the game.
Changed the game. Yep.
Changed the game.
Four rings, 7 finals, a gold medal. I don't know what else you want from this guy.
Yeah, so here you go. Here's a foul on Steph.
And by the way, wait, before you play that, if you can go back, look at this jackass. Go back. Look at his jackass sitting right there. Not even freeze. Look at this guy with the black hat, not even watching the game. He's on his phone. You see this guy with his head down? Steph Curry's right in front of you, dude. Put your effing phone down because I'll take that seat gladly.
There he is, right there.
Tony,
between the two guys.
Guess what? If I get that seat, I promise you I won't look at my phone once. I would actually watch the game. This guy doesn't look up the whole sequence. He doesn't look up once. Watch.
There should be a rule that you have to drop your phone in a basket if you're sitting on those.
In one of those cellophane bags. Creative Tony, this has never happened before. I'm going to piggyback on your second dud, and I'm going to take this jackhole with the black hat on. He's my dud for sitting literally on the court and choosing to not watch the game because I got to look at my Instagram account or whatever the hell he's doing. But that guy sucks too. He sucks and the call sucks. Tony, go ahead.
Great call, dude. Great call. Stand by. So let's all watch this foul here by Steph.
That's a foul on McDaniels. Watch this. The Warriors are not going to challenge this, but that's
Dude, the more I watch it,
It's a joke. I wish Trace Jackson Davis would have jacked given this guy a 2-hand shiver to the chest because he can't be throwing Steph to the ground like that and then furthering the insult by assigning a foul to Steph Curry. How's that possible?
That's a foul on Steph.
Yeah.
So to counteract that, Paulie, just for fun on the way out, and before we wrap up the show and we give some love to Longbridge Pizza, we have to show Steph what the amazing Steph Curry, what he did over the weekend as well. And if you didn't see this, I thought this was AI when I first saw it, Paulie, but it actually did happen. And we'll show it on the screen here. And it doesn't have any volume, it doesn't have any sound. But for those that didn't see this happened Friday before Friday's game. It's just unbelievable.
I've seen that from a couple of different angles. I love how he just runs out of the I love Steph Curry is the guy's a national treasure. He really is. There are other angles of this shot that are equally just.
It's the other angle I saw is behind the basket,
right
where the ball goes in.
It's freaking there he goes. I don't think anybody out there. We should all aspire to enjoy our work as much as Steph Curry does. And let's keep in mind, this is his 17th year in the league. I mean, it's just incredible that he's still playing at this level. Yeah,
it's incredible.
I mean, you got Brandon Ayuk on the one hand, and then you got this guy who plays with joy, with passion. He clearly loves the game. He respects his teammates. Could you imagine being Brandon Ayuk's teammate right now? Like, what do you think? I mean, no, they're all going to basketball.
I hope that it galvanizes the team. That this galvanizing thing. It's like, you know what? F him. Let's go do this without him. Because Kyle did say, to be honest with you, we haven't thought about him in a while because we just know he's, he's
gone. He's not part. You don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to be a part of it. Sorry, we upset you so much, Brandon. Sorry about that. The multi-million-dollar deal we gave you. I know that's a terrible insult to you as a human being. But anyway, F him. Great call on him being a stud or a dud rather, and F that guy on the phone because I watched him on that second sequence. He didn't look up once. Nope. He didn't look up once. He's just watching his phone the whole time. Yep. Give me that seat. Get out of the seat. I'll take it. All right, Tony. Before we go to Longbridge Pizza, actually, I wanted to say a couple things about Rob Reiner. Should we do Longbridge
first and then Reiner?
Well, then, okay, Longbridge first, then Reiner, and then we should probably end the show. It's getting late, so Longbridge. Yeah. I want to say I'm still wondering about Creative Tony today. He's got that look on his face. I've seen it before.
No, I would if I had, I would.
No. Yeah,
full disclosure. I'm all about because I know you love transparency, Paulie. So I would have
compliment. No, like it's Happy Tony. It's like the Herbal Delish Tony. I've seen it many times. All right, you guys, Longbridge Pizza.
Herb is a plant. Herb is a plant.
Give me everything.
Everything.
Herbs are good for everything. Tony, I would remind you, you can have as much herb as you want. The only thing is, don't call Longbridge Pizza today because Neil does close the shop on Mondays. Let the guy catch his breath, for God's sakes. All he does is deliver pizza, not only on location at 2347 3rd Street, but the guy's out there driving the pizza wagon. He's dropping off pizzas at parties.
Sorry, Paulie. I'm having too much fun with Close Encounters. We haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
Miguel Salas reminding us on the chat saying, get in the oven. He says, get in the friggin' oven. So I'm going to put us in the oven, Paulie.
If one more letter from that school comes to this kid's house, into the effing oven you're going to go. From Goodfellas, dude, when they freaking take the mailman and they stuff his head into the pizza oven because he got a truancy letter at home. And by the way, shout out to Scorsese, maybe the scariest scene of all time when it comes to a father and the son. The father at the beginning of Goodfellas, when Ray Liotta's like a little kid, father comes in, he's holding the report card or whatever. He goes, yeah, I got this letter from school. Says you haven't been there in months. Yeah. In months! And he just starts kicking the crap out of a young, but dude, says you haven't been there in months, dude. And then the freaking mailman's head goes right into the oven. If one more letter from that school comes to this kid's house, into the effing oven you're going to go. Okay, but no, Neil doesn't do that. Neil puts pizzas in the oven. That's it. He's no gangster. He's a gangster of pizza, I'll tell you that. Whether it's the Polymac Particle Pizza, whether it's the Nico Pizza, the Sophia Pizza, even for Creative Tony, dude, there are gluten-free options available. There are vegetarian options available. Whatever your dietary, restrictions are, Neil can accommodate you and make sure that you are well-fed and you are happy. Stop on by, join the Vibe Tribe. I'm going to get out of the way, Tony, because I know you have some visuals today. So dazzle us. Go ahead.
I don't have visuals up yet, but I will in a second. But I'm just saying There's USF Dons basketball is at Chase Center on Wednesday. If you're going to Chase Center to see the USF Dons play the Loyola Ramblers and the USF Lady Dons play Sacramento State, go to Longbridge Pizza beforehand. Maybe Pat Olson, the voice of the Dons, will go to Longbridge Pizza as well. Also, the Phoenix Suns are coming to Chase Center to play the Warriors on Saturday. If you're going to that game, go to Longbridge Pizza before the game. Or if you're not going to these games, but you want to just watch some hoop and have a good pie and a damn good craft beer from the Bay Area, from around the Bay Area, go to Longbridge Pizza and have a great time. 3rd Street, 2347 3rd Street. And also, Paulie, the menu online, longbridgepizza.com. You can order over the phone or online, and they'll take great care of you. And Paulie, if you want to do private events, if you want to do a last minute holiday party, go to Longbridge. When I was in there last week, there was a holiday party taking up literally one long table, probably 30 people taking up a table, having a holiday lunch. It was great. And then also Neil also does catering too. He can come to you with his Longbridge Pizza pop-up. So he can do that as well. And then, Paulie, do not forget they have a coupon going on this holiday season. That is, if you buy gift cards, give Longbridge Pizza, give the gift of Longbridge Pizza for Christmas, for the holidays. If you buy a $50 gift card, you'll actually get $60. If you buy a $100 gift card, you'll get $125. So it's just Neil and everybody just kind of contributing to the Vibe Tribe. That's the whole thing. Be the Vibe Tribe. And then I wanted to show this picture, Paulie, although we have to get out of the oven if we're going to show this picture. So stand by.
Okay.
We got to get out of the oven real quick because I want to show these guys hard at work at Longbridge. I took this last Friday because Gabino, the main man with Emmanuel behind the counter, and every Friday they wear
nice
the PMP Army shirts. Every
Those
Friday.
guys rule, by the way. We don't talk enough about Gabino. I'm a fan of these guys, dude. The bedside manner of a Gabino, bro, when you're in there, these guys are money. These are the guys that make it all happen, by the way. I'm glad you're showing this, Tony. Very well done.
So there's a Gabino's the taller dude on the left, and then that's Emmanuel with the blue gloves, and then also there's Jorge, who we had Jorge last week. Jorge helped you and I, Paulie, with Shannon.
I'll tell you this right now, Tony. I'm a Jorge head. Okay, yeah. I'm a Jorge head, big time.
Great people, and we've also talked about Andre and Steven and Andrew and Neil, the whole posse at Longbridge. We love all of them, and Big John, who manages the building. It's just the vibes are so thick and wonderful at Longbridge. So it's not just the pizza, it's not just the beer, it's not just the sandwiches, it's not just the salads, it's the people too. So we love everybody at Longbridge and can't thank them enough for their partnership, man.
Thank you, Tony. Very well said. And it's been a great year with Longbridge. I got to tell you, like, it's become, I feel now like when we walk over to Longbridge, like I feel like I'm home. I really do. I feel like I'm right at home. And that is all thanks to Neil Denorty and everybody over there. Steve and Andre, you guys have been amazing. Andrew, thank you for the whole year. Thanks so much. All right, Tony, I just want to say, I want to shout out Pine Needle real quick because he had a funny little pun up there when you were talking about Ayuk. I forgot to shout this out. That's why I take notes throughout the show or else I'll forget stuff.
Me
like
too.
Yeah. So I wrote this down like 10 minutes ago and I want to give you some love, Pine Needle, because it was funny. He said, for Brandon Ayuk, incorporating the Gary Radnich. How about this? Bye, Ayuk. Got it? Bye, Ayuk. Yeah. Bye, Ayuk. Awesome, Pine Needle. Very good, brother.
You could also get Patty Smythe involved. And goodbye to Uke. Goodbye, Uke. So,
dude, if you're going to talk about Patty Smythe, let's not forget you're talking about Mrs. John McEnroe. Just throwing that out there. That's Mrs. John McEnroe. How about John McEnroe?
Serious?
Yeah. Oh, dude, totally. He doesn't like the coffee. You cannot be serious. Yeah. All right, Tony. Final moments of the show. I did say up top, I wanted to, and again, I'm not going to preach. I don't have any big message here or anything, but I just wanted to say, yeah, that's Rob Reiner, the memory. God bless this man and his wife. I mean, just horrific. It's a horrific, truly disturbing story. And for a guy like Rob Reiner, who's dedicated his entire life to film and to entertainment and to comedy, like I feel very close to that. And having literally grown up with this guy when I was a little kid, All in the Family was like one of the biggest shows. And he played Meathead. He played like the liberal hippie guy he was the foil for Archie Bunker, the conservative, angry New York guy. Will you come on, huh? All that stuff. And then you got the meathead coming in. Hey, Arch, come on, Arch. And then the films, dude, so many great films. He went from TV. I learned this. I didn't know this. He wrote the original episode, the pilot episode for Happy Days.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we had Donnie Most on recently. And, his career in film speaks for itself. But just a couple of quick highlights. When Harry Met Sally, he directed that one. He directed A Few Good Men with Jack Nicholson. That's a Rob Reiner film. And then my personal favorite, of course, is Spinal Tap, where he plays Marty DeBurgi, the filmmaker. It's a brilliant, it might be one of the greatest comedies ever written. Honestly, if you've never seen Spinal Tap, look into it. I'm seeing it on the board right now. Lily Merchant, Princess Bride. That's another one.
Yeah, that's right.
And I would say this too. Don't sleep on Rob Reiner's role in The Wolf of Wall Street, the Scorsese flick. He plays DiCaprio's dad. He's like, come on, Geordie. What are you doing, Geordie? The chickens are going to come home to roost. Like his role in that movie is really funny. He's like some good comic relief. So I just wanted to say, it's just a horrible story. And same with the Brown University shooting, the shooting in Australia, the Hanukkah thing, the celebration that was happening on the beach there. These are really, really troubling times. I mean, there's just no way around it, right? I mean, the news was overwhelmingly depressing all weekend long. So like Carlos said, and Los D, I love you, buddy. Thank you for saying what you did. It's why it's all the more valuable what we have here. It's a place where we can just kind of come and get away from the BS that's going on all around us. I think there's a lot of value in what we've created here. And it's really you guys. You guys have done it. Tony and I are just here doing a show. You guys have formed this great community where everyone's like really cool to each other. And it kind of reminds me of the Grateful Dead scene. You go around to a Dead show, it's like everyone's just getting along for a change. And it's one of the reasons I love being a part of it so much. So rest in peace, Rob Reiner, Mrs. Rob Reiner. The entire story is heartbreaking. And Tony, I don't know if you want to add anything. I just wanted to say maybe watch one of his films and remember his work, when you can. That's all.
Paulie, well said, man. And just a few things. I just want to give credit where credit's due. Dom Peralta made this, and he sent it to us this morning, and we definitely want to make sure we showed that on the show because Dom just adding his, his creative touch and he picked a great smile, right? That's what Rob did all the time, what Reiner did all the time. And I also want to give love I want to reprise what Los said, and we said at the beginning of the show, but Carlos de la Fuente, one of our all-time favorites and friend and partner in the show, he texted yesterday when we were texting about this, and he texted, "The world can be so damn cruel, and what an absolute escape from reality we have with PMP, where a group genuinely cares for each other with no drama. Thank you." So I just wanted to mention that again from Carlos de la Fuente. Thank you for just putting that into words. Well said, my man. And then also, Paulie, I want to give love to the most recent work for Rob Reiner, who he was on The Bear, and he was like a business consultant for the beef shop.
Oh my God, I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was great. And I was like looking forward to his character this next coming season. And so it's just really sad, man. It's a horrible story, but he was doing great work up until the day he passed. And so, tip of the cap to an amazing, incredible career. And just so thrilled, so glad to have absorbed all of his work and continue to absorb it. Now it's like, let's go back. Like you said, Paulie, go back and watch Spinal Tap, or go back and watch Princess Bride, or Wolf of Wall Street as DiCaprio's dad, and just appreciate the work and appreciate the greatness of his career, and for his lovely wife too, who passed. It's just crazy stuff. And
maybe I'll end the show with the Stevie B quote, because it's a great one. I mean, this is again some of the dialogue from Spinal Tap where they're talking like Rob Reiner is interviewing the band, and they're like, well, this record here you did Shark Sandwich, it's just a 2-word review and it says shit sandwich. And they're like, you can't print that, you can't say that. And he goes, well, wait, there's more. It says the Spinal Tap guys are now swimming in it. This is the greatest line of all time: swimming in a sea of retarded sexuality. The best. Swimming in a sea of retarded sexuality. Thank you, Rob Reiner. See, look at us. We're all laughing. I'm sure this is what he would want. I'm sure he would. And it's the holidays. It's just such a horrible time. Stevie B, You see it. This is why we're brothers here, man. We will talk about my Mott the Hoople album at great length as often as you want. I'll tell you what. If anybody wants to get a head start, just drop the needle on the golden age of rock and roll. You're welcome. That's all. You're freaking welcome. I told you earlier today, dude, I've been listening to a lot of early 70s stuff. Mm-hmm. The Mott the Hoople thing is, I've been in it now for a couple of months. I went down to Red Devil. I'm like, Barry, give me all your Mott the Hoople records. And he did. He gave me like 3 of them. So I've been diving into it, and it's just outstanding stuff. Outstanding. Yes, Tony.
So, Paulie.
Utah, give me 2.
2 things here, 2 songs to take away from the show today. It's the golden age of rock and roll, Mott the Hoople, and What You Gonna Do When She Says Goodbye. Ding, 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 ding.
What you gonna do when she's gone? Bow, bow. What you gonna do when she says goodbye? That's the only part of the song I know, but it rules. All right, Tony, thank you so much. I'll reach out to Brent Jones, try to get him booked for later in the week. It's a busy time. It's the holidays, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully he'll be free. Also, thank you, Scarlet Fire. Thank you, Pine Needle, Patty, Eric Cask, Pete LA, Stevie B, Dommy, Patty from Napa, John Joseph, all freaking day, John Joseph. And you're right.
John Joseph, actually, who celebrated a birthday over the weekend. So hopefully you had a wonderful, wonderful birthday weekend, John Joseph. You rock.
Happy birthday, Double J. Happy birthday. I'll take a celebratory toke for you today, my man. Cheers.
Nice, John Joseph. Thanks for all the support of the show, my man. Hope you had a great birthday weekend, Paulie. And on that note,
business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Woo! Tony, hot stuff today, man. All right. Thank you, Tony. Great job pulling the levers today. Always a pleasure to do a Monday show with you. God bless Rob Reiner. My heart goes out to all the families involved in the Brown University shooting. What a horrible, horrible thing. I'm a big Providence fan. I love that town. I saw Aerosmith. I used to go to Providence and see shows, and this is a really hard time with the holidays around and everything. So just what can we do? I don't know. Maybe just be good to each other. Be kind to each other. That's probably the best thing we can do. Cut the crap. There's too much conflict going on out there, and you see the end result. It's horrible. So everybody be cool. As Mick Jagger said at Altamont, everybody be cool now. Come on. So I'm going to do like Mick Jagger said, everybody be cool. And Tony, remember, no show tomorrow. We will be back on Wednesday night for the night flight, and I'll take your final thoughts, Steve. Go ahead, buddy.
Final thoughts is Paulie and I are going to go through the archives and pick one of our favorite shows that we really, really liked. And it could be something as recent as last week, or it could be months ago. We're going to play something tomorrow at high noon. We will play a show at high noon. We just don't know which one, but look for that, and we'll post on all of our socials what we're going to be playing. And Paulie, just a reminder, like you said, Mick, the words of Mick and Keith, and then also the words of Jerry.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
That's all.
I aspire to do that. I really do. I'm with Jerry on this one. And Lily Merchant, for you, dear, you will get your white wedding, white Christmas song. I hope to have that ready for you by Wednesday night for the night flight. So tune in, join us, and we'll dial that one up. All right, you guys have a great Monday. Enjoy Monday Night Football. I hope it's a snowy affair, and everybody have a great Tuesday. See you again on Wednesday night, y'all, for the night flight. Cheers. Enjoy your Monday, and everybody just be cool out there, man. Until Wednesday. Have a good one.
Take care, y'all. Peace.